Season's greetings, everyone. I'm Joshua Orro, the Mustang Prince, and welcome to Mustang Prince Orro Reports. Now today, let's talk about a certain cartoon series that I talked about last year, and one that just turned 20 years old this year, the Powerpuff Girls. As mentioned in my blog of the Powerpuff Girls movie, I've praised the Powerpuff Girls as one of my favorite Cartoon Network shows, next to such classic shows like Dexter's Laboratory, Samurai Jack, Courage the Cowardly Dog, and so on. Special props to Craig McCracken for creating the show, and to his wife, Lauren Faust, and his friend Gendy Tartakovsky for helping with the animation, writing, storyboard, and so on. Also, I loved the show so much that back in 2015, I bought the full series DVD from Amazon. Now, I've watched every single episode on this set, including a very special episode, which happens to be a Christmas special. And of course, it's the subject of my blog today. Released on home video and DVD on October 7th and airing on television on December 12, 2003, this is the Powerpuff Girls holiday movie, Twas the Fight Before Christmas. Now let's get started. It's Christmas time in the city of Townsville, and the Powerpuff Girls are so excited to see what Santa brings them for Christmas. So imagine their surprise when they discover that their Christmas stockings are full of coal. And the culprit behind this is Princess Morbucks. Her fiendishly foul plot is to trick Santa into turning her into the fourth Powerpuff Girl, and in the process, made him believe that the real Powerpuffs have been very, very naughty. Now Bubbles, Blossom, and Buttercup must explode into a Yuletide tornado of bad girl thwarting action to put Princess in her place and keep Christmas from disappearing forever. So, what are my thoughts? Well, like the movie and most of the show's episodes, this special is excellent, despite a few story issues, but I'll get to them later. But first, let's go over my Mustang notes. The special was directed by Craig McCracken's wife, Lauren Faust, who's best known for creating the hit TV series My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic, and the upcoming DC Superhero Girls series. Also, the special was nominated for a Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Animated Program for programming 1 hour or more. However, it lost to Star Wars Clone Wars. As for the animation, well, it's classic Cartoon Network style animation, so no complaints there. But there are a couple animation goofs, like the part where Princess's mouth is not moving when she confronts the girls, or the ocean looking a tad ugly during the chase scene. But despite that, Townsville looks great around Christmas time. Also, Santa's workshop at the North Pole looks great too. Inside the workshop is a lounge for the elves where they can have hot cocoa and Nog Cola? Eggnog soda. Weird. Anyway, there's also the toy factory room where the elves make toys and candy for all the good children, the reindeer stables where Santa's reindeer stay before and after their Christmas Eve flight, the outside area where Santa's sleigh is parked, and there's also Santa's private office where he keeps track of everyone on his naughty and nice lists. My favorite scenes in this special is where we see everyone in Townsville getting ready for Christmas, including villains like Mojo Jojo. I guess some people, even if they are evil, deserve some Christmas spirit. Plus, it's kind of funny that the mayor wants a My Little Horsey with combable hair for Christmas. I guess that makes the mayor an original brony. Makes me glad I'm a Mustang prince. I also like the part where the girls and Princess chase and fight each other while racing to the North Pole. But in the process, the battle does, unfortunately, cause a lot of damage to Santa's workshop. But I do like the scene that follows, where Santa asks the girls to deliver the Christmas gifts to everybody. Now that's a very special job. Also, the part in Princess's limo was really hilarious. However, there's one part of the special that references one of my least favorite Christmas movies. I mean, why would Buttercup want a rival for Christmas? Also, there are two things that made me feel a bit baffled while watching this special. For example, why is Princess the only one on the naughty list? I mean, I don't have a problem with her being on said list, but seriously, she can't possibly be the only one who's naughty. She's not even the only villain in Townsville. The other thing is that even though he is a troublemaker at times, Mitch Mitchelson has made it to Santa's good list. Now let's talk about the characters and their voice actors. Let's start with our three main heroines, the Powerpuff Girls. Blossom, voiced by Kathy Cavadini, who voiced Tanya in Fievel Goes West, and Mary from Babes in Toyland. Bubbles, voiced by Tara Strong, who, may I remind you, is my all-time favorite voice actress. And Buttercup, voiced by Elizabeth G. Daly. Best known as Tommy Pickles from Rugrats, Young Mumble from Happy Feet, and Rudy Tabooty from Chalk Zone. Anyway, aside from the girls battling Princess and delivering everyone's Christmas presents, I really love what the girls do with their powers while decorating their house for Christmas. For example, Blossom bakes Christmas cookies without using an oven, Bubbles cuts down a tree with her laser vision, and Buttercup uses her super speed to put lights, ribbons, and garland all over the house. However, in my opinion, even though it's normally not allowed, I find it kind of interesting when Bubbles uses her X-ray vision while looking through everyone's stockings, only to discover that everyone has received coal from Santa. Next, we have our villain, Princess Morbucks, voiced by veteran voice actress Jennifer Hale, who's not only known for voicing Miss Keene and Sedusa on the show, but she's also the current voice of Cinderella for Disney, Sam and Mandy from Totally Spies, Alana from The Little Mermaid Ariel's Beginning, Thorn from Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost, and many, many more. Now, in my opinion, Princess is like an evil version of Annie Warbucks. Get it? And, of course, in her debut episode, Stuck Up, Up, and Away, after seeing how cool the girls' powers were, Princess decided, to get superpowers of her own by buying super suits for herself. However, in doing so, she completely missed the point of being a superheroine, and the girls had to beat some sense into her. Ever since then, Princess has had a grudge against the girls, and as the show went on, she has done all sorts of evil things, like buying Townsville and legalizing crime in Bought and Scold, hiring Mojo Jojo to try to destroy the girls in Mojob, giving the girls a bomb for their birthday in Birthday Bash, teaming up with Mojo Jojo, him and Fuzzy Lumpkins, and went on a crime spree in Meet the Beatles. And she tricked the girl's new friend and neighbor, Robin, into stealing and tattled on her in Super Friends. Just when I thought Darla Dimple from Cats Don't Dance was nasty. Anyway, in this special, Princess is still an obnoxious little brat, and she plans to become a Powerpuff Girl for Christmas. So, in hopes of succeeding, she takes her private jet to the North Pole and sabotages Santa's lists so that Princess is the only child who gets Christmas presents. Finally, we come to the jolly old man himself, Santa Claus, voiced by Michael Bell, who also got to be Santa in the SpongeBob SquarePants Christmas episode, Christmas Who. Now, in this special, Santa is tricked into believing that all the kids in the world are naughty after Princess Morbucks switches the headlines around on his naughty and nice lists. To me, I believe it's Santa's job to decide whether someone is naughty or nice, and he doesn't really need a list to tell him that. Also, while Santa started out all grumpy and frustrated after giving the world coal and finding his workshop a mess due to the girl's battle with Princess, I do like the part where he realizes who the real naughty kid is and puts Princess on the permanent naughty plaque. Bum bum bum. Also, Santa, I hate to tell you this, but while the girls were good while saving the day and fighting crime throughout the show, there were times when they did do a few bad things. Like when Blossom stole some expensive golf clubs and ended up doing community service. Bubbles beat up her sisters, as well as a few townspeople and the talking dog, in order to prove that she's hardcore. And Buttercup beat up many villains in order to make money off of their teeth. And next thing you know, she gets beaten up and has her teeth damaged in the process, and spends all of her money to pay for her dental bills. Anyway, let's move on to my final words. Overall, 'Twas the Fight Before Christmas was a pretty good Christmas special. Though it's not really perfect, there are a few plot holes, like with Santa and the naughty list, which felt a bit out of place, and there were a few animation goofs. Plus, Princess Morbucks as the villain is pretty much just a spoiled brat, and hearing Jennifer Hale's screechy, bitchy, annoying voice throughout this film isn't really a pleasant experience. Plus, she makes Mojo Jojo, or him, more of a threat. But despite all of that, the movie is still a lot of fun, the action is awesome, the characters are endearing, and I really like when the girls get to deliver everyone's Christmas presents. If you guys are Powerpuff Girls fans like I am, then you can't go wrong with showing this around the holidays. Also, I highly recommend that you guys buy the full series DVD, not only to watch the special, but the whole series as well, for both are equally as enjoyable. As for my rating, I give this special an 85% out of 100. Well, that's all for now. Be sure to tune in next time, where we take a look into a CGI remake of one of my favorite Christmas stories from my childhood, Mustang Power.
We wish you